One of the more underutilized elements of the Terraria community is resource packs. They're a fantastic way to shape up the way you play Terraria because they don't fundamentally change the gameplay, but they give it a little bit of freshness that sometimes you need to be able to keep playing the game. So today I'm going to be showing you what I believe are the best texture packs in all of Terraria, at least the best resource packs that I have used. And you better make sure to watch till the end because I'm saving the best one for last. The first resource pack I want to show you here is called Jimmarn's Official Texture Pack. Now this one's a little bit older than most of the ones that I'm going to be showing you here, but old is gold, baby, or at least that's what they say. As you can see right now, the game doesn't exactly look normal, but it also doesn't look dramatically different from the base game. What this texture pack basically does is give the game a little bit more of that cartoony appearance that some people might like. It's a little bit more vibrant, a little bit more colorful, but it still stays pretty true to the original game. One of the things that really impresses me about this mod is just the trees. I don't know why, but look at the trees. They look so good. Regular Terraria trees, I'm not buying this game. Jimmarn's Terraria trees, I'm buying Terraria. Pretty much every single block and entity in Terraria is changed with this texture pack. For example, the Eye of Cthulhu is very different looking compared to how he normally looks in Terraria. Once again, he's got a more cartoonish aesthetic, but one that's still pretty cool regardless. A slightly smaller but still fantastic resource pack that I think everybody should try out is Backgrounds O'Plenty. Now, I'm sure you've seen this mod in other Terraria videos yet, and maybe you just haven't realized. What this texture pack does is really simple. You might not immediately notice it, but the backgrounds are slightly altered or sometimes very altered from the original Terraria backgrounds, made to look a lot more complicated, a lot more immersive, and a lot cooler in general. Obviously, mods like this, which add different backgrounds, are not always going to be the most revolutionary mods in the entire game or anything, but they're very interesting. You know, I really appreciate them. There's also the Frigid Backgrounds O'Plenty mod, which is slightly different from the original, and it's more holiday themed. So basically, every single background in the game is a little bit snowy, a little bit more chilly, I guess you could say. A lot of it is just the altered original Terraria backgrounds, but with a more winter-themed aesthetic. We're kind of past that point now. We're past Christmas. It's starting to become a little bit hotter nowadays, but if you want to have that feeling anyway, if you want to have that festive winter feeling, then this resource pack is incredibly helpful. Backgrounds O'Plenty resource packs are probably the least influential of all the ones I'm showing you in this video, but that's actually one of the best things about them. You know, there's really no downside to using them because they look just like the original Terraria backgrounds, just slightly better. This next one I want to show you is one that people have been talking about for a couple years now, Melstar's Minecraft Texture Pack. If you're a big fan of Minecraft, you're going to be a big fan of this texture pack. Before even getting into the game right here, just look at this layout, look at this UI. It's so stylized, it's so different from the base game, and listen to that sound effect, okay? Listen to this. It's a little bit of a Minecraft sound effect. You've also got all of these different icons for your world. Very interesting, very cool. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, look at how amazing this world looks with this texture pack. All of your weapons, like the Terra Blade, like what I'm using right now, the backgrounds, everything has been changed to have that more toy box-like aesthetic, you know, based entirely on Minecraft. Not everything that looks great in vanilla Terraria is going to look great in this mod, but the amount of effort they put into it is just insane. Like, look at this merchant right here. Look at this, Humphrey the merchant. He's a villager now. There's some blocks like the leaf block over here which are very clearly inspired off Minecraft, so maybe they wouldn't be able to get away with that, but pretty much everything else about the mod, like the skies and the backgrounds and the majority of the blocks, are very original looking and have a really nice aesthetic. If you're ever bored of that classic Terraria look, then this is definitely one of the best mods for you. The next two I want to show you are a little less impactful, but also still very useful. Rainlight UI and Stormdark UI. I'm going to use both of them very briefly and show you how they work. So Rainlight UI is exactly what it sounds like. It makes the UI a little bit brighter. So if you're a little bit bored of that Terraria UI aesthetic, then obviously you can go for something like this, and it looks a lot different. It isn't the craziest resource pack in the world, but for the most part, I would say it's really nice. And then this other resource pack, Stormdark UI, it's what it sounds like. What this resource pack does is make it so that your UI is a little bit darker, slicker, more modern, I guess you could say. It has a very nice look to it. Even though I prefer the Rainlight UI texture pack, I would tell you that objectively, this one probably had a little bit more work put into it. It seems a little slicker, seems more professional. After using resource packs like this, I honestly just can't go back to the original Terraria UI. I honestly, no offense to Terraria, don't think it's as slick or cool. The last resource pack I'm going to show you today, which is also by far the best, is the Calamity Texture Pack. Now, I don't remember if this is actually made by the creators of the Calamity mod, but Either way, doesn't matter, it is so good. This is a much more dramatic shift from the original Terraria aesthetic. I would say that, and I don't know if this is the perfect way to put it, but this is a much more serious resource pack. The game looks a little bit more dramatic, a little bit more, I don't know, dark in a way. Nearly every single thing in the game, the weapons, the trees, the blocks, the bosses, nearly everything looks a little bit different. Some of the stuff like these houses obviously look dramatically different from base game Terraria, but then you get a few things like these lampposts, which are slightly different, but still stay true to the original game. And then as another example, we have Skeletron Prime over here, and I mean, look at how cool this guy looks. This is really impressive right here. I assume this resource pack was created for the Calamity mod, and that would make perfect sense because that mod is very dramatic and makes the game a lot less whimsical. It's a lot more serious, a lot more threatening, and this texture pack is a perfect representation of that. That's everything I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope that you can go on to use some of those resource packs in your own playthroughs. I've put some of them in the description right now, so if you want to, you can go and check those out. Make sure to like the video, and I'll see you next time. Alright, bye-bye.